Hi guys, how's it going? Caitlin here, and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. I hope you're excited to love yourself later when you have 3 meals prepped, ready to go. It's gonna make your week so much smoother, so much easier. What do we have on the meal plan this week? We have teriyaki rice bowl, chicken satay sheet pan dinner, and Southwestern sandwiches. If that sounds good, grab your prep list, grab your ingredients and your favorite prep tools, and then come back and meet me here. If you don't have your prep list, check the description of this video. You'll find links there that you can grab your prep list right away, and then you can come back and join the fun, okay? I do have 3 varying levels of prep depending on your level of motivation. So if you just want to do a little bit or a lot of it, you do what works for you within your time limits. However, if you want to get the time to table results that you see in the meal plan, you're gonna go all the way with me to level 3 and get her done, okay? Like many times, I am going to start with some items in level 3, because level 3 is stuff that's going to do itself while we're doing other things, and that's how we gain back time in our weekend. It's just the dream. Okay, firstly, I'm going to make some bacon. I know, the exciting things in life. So I'm going to cook mine in the oven on a stone bar pan, because that is my preferred method of doing it. If you want to cook yours in the microwave or stovetop or whatever you want to do, you do it that way. The reason why I like doing it this way is that it makes for a really easy cleanup. It's not spitting and sputtering at me. It just goes in the oven does its thing, and it just makes it simple. And sometimes things in life just gotta be simple. So I have been preheating my oven. So my oven is preheated. Although I am that person that if it wasn't preheating, I just put it in right now anyway and just figured, well, that'll be fine. So if your oven isn't preheated, that's no problem. You know what? It all still cooks eventually. I've had my husband look at me pretty weird when I put stuff in the oven when the oven is not preheated, and just wondering what kind of a barbarian he married, but that's the way of it. Start dating somebody, you think they're a little quirky, you get married to them and you're like, oh, they stay quirky. True story. Man, these bacon strips are just all over the place for weird sizes. Speaking of quirky. So try to lay them all across it. If they overlap a bit, that's okay too. We don't need perfection. I'm gonna try to smush some more around on this side. I usually manage to find some way to fit an entire package of bacon on a barca pan. And yeah, we're gonna call that good. Fabulous. So I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to start a pan frying here. You're just going to put some oil in it. Because I am going to do an optional one in here for level 3. You can choose whatever protein you want to for your teriyaki rice bowls this week. However, I'm going to do chicken. So I'm just going to cook mine up now, because what's the difference to cooking my chicken up now versus cooking it up later? Not much. I mean, I could just cube it and chop it day of, and if you chose salmon or something like that, you're probably going to want to cook that day of. You probably don't want leftover salmon. Use that fresh. But depending on what you're doing, you might want to do it now. While that's heating up, I'm going to get my rice cooking as well. So cook up however much rice you are going to want, I don't eat rice, my kids do. I do not. It's a very rare occasion if I am having rice, but kids love it. So once again, you can cook this in your preferred method. If that is a stove, if that is a pressure cooker, if it's any of these things, you do it. If you don't like reheated rice and you prefer not to do that, that's okay. You can do that too. If you want to add extra nutrients to your rice, you can cook it with broth instead of water. Really, like, the meal plan is here, but it's meant to be personalized. So it's meant to fit you, your family, your life. Just realized I left my lettuce in there without rinsing it. There. Put the cleaning spray on it. I love, like, Norwex has a cleaning spray, and I love using it for my veggies. I'm, like, obsessed with using it for my veggies. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the rice in for 15 minutes in there. Now I am going to chop up my protein, so I'm gonna get my chicken all chopped up. Usually I do my Usually I do my chicken chopping at the end, but today, since I want to cook it, I'm going to chop it beforehand, and I'll just wash my hands after. Because you know what? I just felt like getting ahead of this week. I really did. This is just what I felt like doing. And the more I can do now, the less I have to do later. And that is just the dream. So you can slice it, you can cube it, you can put it in any shape you feel like. I like using slices just because my daughter's only a year old, so I still prefer to give her long pieces of food so she can take bites off of it. We did baby led weaning with all the kids and liked it, so yeah. But if she gets like a small piece, even though like she actually eats pretty dainty, it's kind of funny. Like I got two boys, there's nothing dainty about them for anything, and there is very little that's dainty about my daughter, but the way that she eats, she just takes like sweet little nibbles of things. And I swear, like the only thing that my kids learned with baby led weaning was, like, the boys, all they learned was how much they could fit in their mouths at a time. So like they still just like shovel in food like there's no tomorrow, and you would think that I starved them all day, but her, she just takes these cute little dainty girly bites, and I don't know where she learned those from, but Okay, so I'm just gonna space this all out just a little bit. I'm gonna throw some salt and pepper on it. Lovely. Now I'm just gonna throw that all in my pan there. Start it going. Give my hands a quick wash. I mean, I think I didn't touch the chicken, but you can never be too sure. And that's something you want to be sure of. You don't want to be like, I think I don't have salmonella. No, you want to be sure of that. Okay, so now that we have done, a whole bunch in level 3, sorry if you didn't plan on doing level 3, because you kind of there for it, or you fast forward it. Now we're good to go on to level 1. So, level 1 is just getting kind of our veggies situation sorted. So I'm just going to dice up a couple peppers. I really only need 1.5 peppers. I'm just going to dice up 2 because you know what, they're never going to go to waste. There's always something that I can throw peppers into or just snack on them because they're delicious. I'm going to use my quick slice just to dice these up real quick. It's called a quick slice because it slices things quickly. I like efficiency. And if you do slicing twice, then it dices. It's just even, it's consistent. Where the heck did I just lose that pepper? And I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. And when you're that distracted a person, kitchen toys never hurt. Actually, I think kitchen toys probably prevent me a lot of injury because I'm just a little flighty. It's okay. I know myself. I'm at peace with it. But it's just good self-awareness. I mean, some people have the knife skills and the dicing skills that you're just like, they make it look real easy. And you're who I want to be when I grow up. And you would always think of like what you wanted to be when you grow up or whatever, and you look at adults and you figure that they must have like something figured out. And then you get to adulthood and you realize that you still don't have it figured out, and maybe those other people didn't have it figured out either. It's kind of terrifying. It's just like the whole world is just blind leading the blind, isn't it? So, we got our peppers all sliced up. Work on shredding up some other things for the rice bowl. So I'm going to shred up some carrot and some cucumber, just To do that, I'm going to use a mandolin. I'm going to use a rapid cut mandolin. You can shred these up. You can use a grater if you want to. You can just straight up like chop it if you want to. You can make them as big or as small as you want. That chicken a quick stir. So I like this mandolin because it is a safe mandolin. I was actually banned from using a mandolin at our house because I had accidents with it. But I've never had an accident with this one, and I've had it for years and years and years. So all my control settings are in the back. Oh, the bacon smells delicious. Some bacon if you want to. You can use ready cupped bacon if you want to. You can, well, you can really do anything that you want to. If you wanted to use ham instead of bacon, you can certainly do that. The only rules are the ones that you make. But I just know bacon tends to go over well in our house. And we get it from a local butcher, so honestly I feel good about what's in it. We don't naturally smoked. Here we go, so quick work with some veggies. Perfect. There we go. So, I'm going to get some onion chopped up here. I just need half an onion. I'm going to chop up a full onion because I just have faith I'm going to use it. It's just kind of a small onion anyway. When I have the extra veggies done up, like, it just makes it so easy. If I'm going to make something for breakfast, I can make myself an omelet. I don't have to worry about cutting everything like before I'm caffeinated in the morning, because when you're trying to just get stuff done, it's so easy to let something slide. And unfortunately, so many times the things that slide are things like our nutrition, things that actually matter. And we let it slide that little bit. And not cool, guys. And if you can't look after you for you just because it's good for you, try looking after yourself because it's looking after somebody else. Like, I try to think of it like my kids, they're looking to me as an example. They see me as an example of what an adult does. If they see me eating crappy food and skipping dinner, that's what they're going to do. They're going to eat crappy food. They're going to skip dinner. Because they don't listen to what we tell them to do. They go by what they see, right? They're little mimics, but as long as we know that, we can kind of, I don't want to say use it to our advantage, but we can have an awareness of what we're doing, and then what we do and how we treat ourselves doesn't just affect ourselves, it affects, you know, their lives and their future too, right? There we go. Just giving that 10 minutes. Now I'm going to chop up some lettuce. I don't need all of this lettuce, but I'm going to just chop it all anyway, because if it's chopped, once again, I'm going to use it. So if I have it chopped, I'm going to use it for side salads through the week. I'm going to find ways to use it, but if I don't chop it, it might just go to the crisper and then stay there, and then that's just sad. Because then it doesn't get used, and then it gets wasted, and you don't want to waste your money, because you know what, food's not cheap. So, the more that we process things now, oops, I didn't even throw that in there. Told you I'm flighty. Some days are worse than others. Today apparently I need a nap. Okay. So, lettuce, it does not have to be chopped perfectly. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. Just go and chop, 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 chop. Because whatever we do, it's going to be fine. You're going to use it. It's going to be great. You'll eat it. Maybe some other family members will eat it too, and that's a perk. And you can use any kind of lettuce you want. You can get the lettuce that's already all chopped up. You can use iceberg, romaine. I like changing it up. Sometimes I love spinach. Other times I love arugula. Other times I just want that fresh crisp that comes with iceberg lettuce. Whatever I'm feeling, I just go for it, because really, like, there's worse things that I could crave and go for than lettuce. So if there's a kind of lettuce that my body's like, yeah, give me that, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to go with that urge. And this lettuce, I know that I'm going to be using some of it instead of using rice for bowls, because I'm just going to turn my bowls kind of into a salad, because that's what I would rather anyway. There we go. nicely done. Okay. Just gonna give my hands a second to dry and check on that bacon. I'm giving that bacon 4 more minutes. It just looks like it needs a few more. Well, that is doing its thing. We're gonna do some more things. I'm just gonna trim up the green beans. If you buy your green beans in a bag, you may find that they are already trimmed, which is fantastic. But if you brought them like, you know, freestyle, then you might need to trim them. This week, I'm trimming. So no hard and fast rule for how many green beans that you have. Just look at it and be like, how many is each person going to eat? And realistically, use that many. So there's an ish suggestion in the recipe or in the plan, but really just do what works for you. Because depending on how much everybody eats, or whether you get people that even like green beans, which if nobody likes green beans, do not buy yourself green beans. This is not going to be the day that you like green beans. But I mean, if it's your kids that don't like green beans, I say just keep serving it to them and hope for the best. Because someday, even though they might hate green beans one day, the next day it might be their favorite vegetable in the whole world. So it actually happened with our little guy with carrots. Hated carrots, hated carrots, hated carrots, hated carrots. Big fight every time we served the carrots. And then one day he's like, I don't want carrots, they're my favorite vegetable. I'm like, you little liar. But I feel like that's what all kids do. They don't like things one day, and then one day they just decide, they're like, what are you talking about, Mom? I love that thing. And there's no rhyme or reason. You can't do wrong or right. So just keep serving what you serve. We personally we don't make them eat it. We try to encourage them to take a bite of it. But we never don't put it on their plate. We tell them they don't have to finish their plate, but it's there. So we're not like trying to create any trauma around food, like you're not allowed to leave the table until you finish your meal and leave them screaming and crying and destroy the whole dinner experience. That's not what I'm advocating, I promise. But we do put it there. If they say, ew, I don't like this, just leave it there, it's okay. And then they move on. Trimmed beans. Okay guys, if that's all you have for gas in the tank, you did awesome, you did amazing. I'm so proud of you. And you have yourself lots of veggies prepped, and your meals are gonna be so much easier to put together. If you are still with me, then let's keep going, shall we? So we're gonna crush some nuts. Nut crushing. I actually already got crushed nuts, so I'm skipping that. You can take shortcuts. Shortcuts are okay. If you already have crushed nuts, use crushed nuts. It doesn't have to be a deal breaker. But yeah, we already had ours crushed, so I'm skipping that. But we're gonna be doing that. You can use them for the Satay sheet pan dinner, as well as the, what's my name, the other thing. Whew. Bacon's ready. And oh, does it smell good? Oh my goodness. I think I just always want to cook bacon when I'm doing a meal plan prep anyway, just because it smells amazing. Okay, so next, gonna mix up some seasoning for the Satay sheet pan, just so that it's gonna be ready for us. And having it ready just makes all the difference in the world. Okay. So let's see. Get some curry powder. You can choose the heat with your curry powder. Mine is mild. Aren't I brave? No, the kids would not be eating it if it was real hot, so. And that's one thing I don't just be like, yeah, no, this is a blazing hot supper, and if you don't eat that, then you're not getting anything, because that can take a while to like heat. I remember my firstborn, he always loved spicy when he was younger, loved it. Then eventually he just didn't like it. My secondborn could not handle even a trace of heat, even from the beginning. He'd just put it in his mouth and he'd start crying, which was sad. So it removed a lot of heat from our dishes. My oldest would just be having curry and just be going to town on it, like a spicy curry. Just funny, because when I was pregnant with him, I always craved spicy food too. So, like, well, maybe it's just a thing. So, want some fresh ginger in this? You could use dried if you wanted to. A teaspoon? Hey, it looks like about a teaspoon. I'm going with it. Doesn't have to be an exact science, right? It's kind of the nice thing about cooking versus baking is baking's actually a science, and then cooking, you can go a little rogue. And it's fine, it just works out. Garlic in there. So I'm using coconut aminos. You could use gluten-free soy sauce if you want. If you are a gluten eater and you're here, you can use regular. You can use regular soy sauce if you're a gluten eater. Because honestly, as a gluten eater, you could use this exact same meal plan. You can just put gluten in it. Turns out it's not too hard to add gluten to things. It's really hard to remove it. Keep that in mind though, if you have any friends that are looking for meal planning solutions. If they're looking to convert some things to gluten, I'm not going to be able to help them, but I'm pretty sure they will not have a hard time at all. I'm gonna say that's about good. Mix that all up. Smells amazing. It's probably one of my favorite like sheet pan dinners. I love Thai food. I love like the Asian inspired flavors, and just being able to put it all in a sheet pan and just cook it. It's right up my alley. That is exactly how difficult I want my meals to be. But you know what? It tastes like it's complicated. It's not actually. It tastes like it. There we go. Just gave that rice a quick fluff. And then I'm gonna put it in the fridge just like that. It is just going in that same container. Maybe not very official, but like that's what's happening. Okay, gonna grate me some cheese. Cheese, measure this knowing your family, measure with your heart. You know exactly how much your family likes cheese. Also, if you want to be able to use cheese for anything else throughout the week, so if you want to have some to go with any extra onion or peppers that you cut up to make yourself breakfast bites or an egg scramble this week, do it more now. You're already doing it. Just clean your grater once rather than a couple times. One of the benefits of meal planning is actually less dishes. Because you do it now, you fill up your dishwasher, and then the majority of your dishes for most of your meals are just done. So that's just a little more effort to save yourself. You really can save your evenings. Goodness knows, they go way too quick, especially if you get young kids. And I mean, they go to bed early, right? So I feel like by the time you're done supper, then you're just looking at baths and then snack time and story time and tucking them into bed. Like that's pretty much your evening. Kind of just, it disappears. They go to bed and you're like, I miss them. It's like I barely saw them. Cheese chopped up, ready to go. The last thing I'm going to throw together is Southwest sauce. My top secret recipe. Okay, it's not top secret. I just haven't put it on my website yet. I'm not sure why. It's just one of those things, but it's delicious. So you can use any kind of spicy mayo that you want to use. If you have another recipe or you have a chipotle mayo that you just bought, good on you. Save yourself that time and effort if you want to make some. Because the thing is, you can end up with a whole bunch of spice jars in your fridge, kind of by accident, or sauce jars. Yeah, you can end up with a whole bunch of different sauces that you don't really use that often in your fridge. If you have a few good recipes of stuff that you can just make in a pinch, it can save a lot of waste that way. And then you know what's in them. I mean, you got a jar of mayonnaise and a few spices, you can make a whole heck of a lot of different sauces. And like, if you can't do eggs or something like that, there's always veganese. Like, when you're making your own sauces, you can switch out the ingredients to match whatever your dietary limitations might be. That's the thing, I might want a flavor, but I might just be allergic to some of the things that are in it. Or intolerant, you know, all those things. Thing is, you want to be comfortable. You want to be able to eat things that make you feel good afterwards. Because why bother making things that make you feel like crap? Speaking of crap, this is like the worst batch of cilantro I think I've ever been given at the grocery store. It is just like shamefully bad. I'm just gonna measure in this. Looks like maybe like I ordered for pickup in the morning, and I feel like maybe they packed it the night before, and maybe they just put it in the freezer or something, or something happened. Something happened. I don't know what. Or maybe they just did a really, really bad job of packing my order. That could also just be it. It could be that simple. I will say though, like I do find for the most part, ordering my groceries for pickup has been the thing that has saved me the most money on groceries. Because if I walk into the grocery store, I end up spending a lot more. If I just order my groceries for pickup, I only order what I need. I'm not looking at things and being like, ooh, that looks good, I want to try that, or oh, well, that's on sale, that's a good price. Because I mean, you think that you walk in, you see stuff on sale, it's at a good price, that you're saving money by getting it, but if you weren't going to be getting it in the first place, and maybe it's something that you're not going to put to use right away, you're really just spending more money, because you're going to walk in there again, you're going to see more pretty things, and then you're going to get those, and otherwise if you didn't have those, you're just going to make do with whatever you have on hand at home, which if you have them prepared, it might be more fruits and veggies that you're eating, which really are not that expensive compared to a lot of processed foods. Yes, you pay money for them, however, they don't disappear quite as viciously, unless you have small kids and there's berries on the table, in which case, I'm sorry, the berry phase is just expensive. Okay, I think, yeah, that looks good. Wonderful. Okay, so I got my cilantro in there. I want to have some juice, some lime juice in particular. Which I love the smell of fresh lime. You could use regular, like, you could use bottled lime juice here, but this is gonna make all the difference in the flavor, I promise you. And you can use any spicy or whatever kind of seasoning you want. I have Southwestern seasoning. You can use chipotle, you can use a taco seasoning, and if you're using taco seasoning, you can use a mild one if you want to make sure that there's no real spice in it. Make it your own. Little brown sugar, or in this case, maple sugar. Very Canadian. And you can chop this up in some way, or I'm just going to use this immersion blender. So that just chops all my cilantro up nice and fine. And I got my sauce there. I'm just gonna transition it into another jar. And now I'm just really gonna pack my stuff up. I am gonna pack up my chicken directly with the, I'm gonna pack it up right with some teriyaki sauce, just so that it is ready for me just to I'm gonna heat it up. Probably just in the microwave for a few seconds and then throw it in my bowls. Yeah, but I'm gonna just package up this stuff and throw it in the fridge, and guys, that's it. Like, that's if you are doing everything from scratch. Once again, take the shortcuts if you want them or if you need them. You can use shortcuts for many, many things. Check out the recipes if you want to see a couple of the shortcuts that I suggest you could take in there. But you can save a lot of money just doing this on your own. A lot of these things from scratch, and it really doesn't take that much time. This is prep for 3 meals and we're here at 45 minutes. So really, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. That's how much the average person takes just looking at the fridge deciding what to eat for dinner. So you are getting ahead of the game already. Thank you so very much for being here. I hope to see you next week, and I hope this week is absolutely delicious. Let me know if you try anything, if you like it, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.